I'm stylish. Clock tuck, big t-shirt, Billy. Watch on my wrist when I want that in diamonds. Y'all talk crazy when I pull up in silent. Mile high, run that shit back, bitch, I'm stylish. Clock tuck, big t-shirt, Billy.
When the shit's said and done, is a dead fucking road cheddar city that we run. Let's fuck a theme with my eyes roll. Sipping hella leaves.
Oh, come on, it's just a bunch of hocus pocus.
I went from this. I went from this to this. It's not just about changing, because when God is in your life,
I don't ever slow up. I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit.
Thank God.
One thing about this set, as long as you put her on, she's going to move. Whether you're moving slow, you're moving fast, you're jumping, you're twisting, whatever it is you're doing, even a little bounce, a little walk, whatever it is, she's going to give. She comes in extra small through 3XL, different colors, as long as you put her on. Center of attention, like she's going to eat every time, every color.
If you know someone that loves to crochet, do them a favor and get them this yarn spinner while it's on sale. I spent the last several days working on the star blanket, and I just realized that I made a mistake 5 rounds ago. Hopefully, instead of having to hand unwind literally hours worth of work, I can use this yarn spinner to frog it back to the row that I need to go to. This is what one of the finished cakes looks like. I'm gonna leave mine on because I'm working backwards from this one, but usually I would just pop them off and they have the cute little checkered boards all over it. Here's a better angle of it. It is on sale right now, and just make sure you pop this out all the way. It'll feel like you're gonna break it, but I promise it works.
So we are back with another long sweater or cardigan that's under $30. And it is super good quality. It is super cute. They are calling this the women's all over print crochet style cardigan or long line sweater. I love all the colors that this has in it. You can match it with so many different things for this fall or winter. I of course paired it with a jumpsuit, which kind of kicks it up a notch if you want it to be like still sexy but classy, with my knee-high boots. I can see you wearing this again with like a maxi bodycon dress with some cute boots also for the fall or winter. You want this sweater. I'm gonna show you the back. So this is the back. I love the fact that it has the little frills at the end. Pair this with your big bag, or if you want to do like a small clutch, you need this sweater. Super cute. It does come in some different color prints. The link will be in this video. You want to click the orange cart at the bottom left hand corner of the screen to purchase it. Super good quality, super cute. Would definitely wear this for fall and winter. Click the link in this video because you need this.
This is the crochet bean stitch. I'm going to show you how it's done. So this is a 1 row repeat pattern, and this is the row that you will be repeating. In the first stitch, you're going to work a single crochet, and then you're going to skip one stitch, and in the following stitch, you're going to work a bean stitch. So we work a bean stitch by inserting your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. Now you have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert your hook back into that same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. Now we have 4 loops on our hook. Now you're going to yarn over, insert your hook again into that same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and now we have 6 loops on our hook. When you have 6 loops on your hook, you're going to yarn over and pull through all 6 loops. Now chain 1, and you have worked a bean stitch. So that's all there is to it. We're going to skip the next stitch and work a bean stitch into the following stitch, and you're just going to repeat that. So just skip a stitch, work a bean stitch all across the row, and you're going to end the row by skipping a stitch and working a single crochet into the final stitch. And chain 1, turn your work, and do it all over again.
I got you. So I am using the Big Twist 100% acrylic in lilac and a 4mm crochet hook. So to start, you're going to make a slip knot, which I just take that by taking the tail, wrapping it around the working yarn, taking the working yarn, and just pushing it through the loop that you made, pulling it through. Slip knot. Beautiful. Next, take that up. You're going to crochet a chain of 100. So the 100 chains really just makes it the length that you want it to be, so you can make them shorter, you can make it even longer than this if you wanted to. This is just the base chain that I make that fits with the other ones I have. So in the 3rd chain from the hook, bring it in closer here, 1, 2, 3, you're just going to slip stitch. Push that through, wrap it around, pull through that loop, pull through the loop on the hook. Beautiful. Now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch that back into the same hole that you built the chain out of. And we're going to do that 5 times. Sorry, 5 times. By going into the next hole, you're going to slip stitch, and then chain 3, and slip stitch back into that same hole, and follow that 3 more times. Now that you've done that 5 times, you're going to slip stitch into the next stitch, you're going to chain 4, and slip stitch into the same stitch, and you're going to do that 4 more times. Once you've done that, you're going to slip stitch into the next stitch, and you're going to chain 5. And slip stitch right back into the same stitch, and do that 5 more times. Or 4 more times, sorry. Next, you're going to slip stitch into the next stitch, chain 6. And slip stitch into the same stitch, and do that 4 more times. This point, you'll start to see it curling and making cute little wisteria. So you're going to slip stitch into your next stitch, and you're going to chain 7. And you're going to slip stitch right back in the same stitch. And you're going to do that for the entire length that's left of your chain. When that's done, you'll have your hanging wisteria. Hope that helped.
I really want to show off my newest crochet project, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about it and then show them to you. So I don't actually know what these are technically. I never had heard of them before, but my boss came to me at work and told me that she had something that her grandmother made and that she, I think it was her grandmother, really wanted more of them and asked that, like, if I would be able to make more. And I was like, yeah, probably. And basically they're door handle covers, like for the round doorknobs. And I don't really know what the purpose is, but that's what they are. They hang on her little doorknob. But she came to me and she brought me this one. Still has my stitch marker in it. She brought me this one. So this is the one that her, she said her grandmother made whenever. and she just wanted more of them, and I don't know, I guess she really liked them. She only had the one, and so I was like, for sure, I can make that happen. So I started by, of course, it's a magic circle, figured out it's probably double crochets and single crochets for the rest of it, counted the stitches, counted the rows, and yeah, this is my starting point. I did ask her, I was like, I have bells, but they're like bigger, can I use them? Because I just kind of need to get rid of them, and I already have them. And she was like, yeah, no problem. So here is the new one, and I think it turned out so good. I tied my little ribbon thing a little bit differently because I didn't want to take that one apart. I don't know how they tied it, and I figure this way it can, I think that they put it through, like through one of the stitches to keep it in place, but I also just don't think it's going anywhere. I didn't do that. I also didn't think about doing it before I like had the bells on. So they're just like, I made one longer one, and then I have a shorter one, and I just like tied them together right here. And then if she wanted to take them off, she could. But I think they turned out so cute, and I'm very proud that someone could just give me something and I can recreate it. And I feel like I upgraded it personally, but you got a little bit of my end I tried to weave in. I need to snip off, but I think it turned out so good, and they're a lot more stiff because they obviously have not been used. This has been used for who knows how long, so they're very stiff right now, but I think they're going to be perfect and exactly what she wants. So I made 4 of them. She asked for 2. It's like, I can make you however many. It's like, don't worry about how long it's going to take me. And she's like, well, ideally I'd want 4. And I was like, okay, I'll make 4. So I have a red one with white. I have a green one with red. And then I have green and red, both with this little white and green yarn that I bought and never used for a real project. So I thought it was really cute for these. And I'm just very proud of them because that's a very cool thing to be able to do. And I started and finished them yesterday as well. I also made these for the same coworker yesterday. So it was a busy day for my crafts for her. But I just feel very proud of them. So I had to show you guys.
So my bead crochet purses are super popular, but they're also kind of an intense craft to start with. So I created this pattern for a bead crochet bracelet, and this one is super easy and simple, and it doesn't take that long or that many materials. So if you kind of want to try this craft out without the commitment of a whole entire purse, this one is a good one for you. You start by adding your beads to the thread, and it's super simple and easy. If you follow this pattern that I have on Etsy, you just read left to right and top to bottom, just like reading a book. So if you know how to read, you can read this pattern, and you keep going until you reach this break section, and then you stop to start crocheting. So I have my first section of beads all strung up, and I start by doing a chain 10 because it's 10 beads around. Then I just stick my crochet hook in the beginning of the first loop, and I slip stitch together. And now I do a single crochet in each loop. I normally just go through the top loop, not both of them, because it keeps the tension a little bit looser, which is especially important once you start adding beads. So once you go around once, you can grab a little section of beads and bring it to where you're working, and then you'll just do one at a time. It's kind of the same exact thing as a normal single crochet, except after you stick your hook through, you push all but one bead out of the way, and then you kind of crochet around that one bead. Once I run out of beads, I pull the loop through and I string on more beads onto my spool of string, and then I stick my crochet hook through those loops that my working yarn was in, and I pull my new string up to the project, and then it's like finishing a single crochet. Once you pull through that one time, you can keep crocheting like normal, and I like to tuck those tails right in at this moment and crochet around them. You could just weave them in after, but I think it would be a little bit more tricky than just crocheting around them right now. And then you can pull that tail once you have a few beads on and keep crocheting around that thread. And I normally go between 6 and 10 beads before I cut those excess tails off, and I just keep crocheting. And you can add more and more sections because the pattern repeats, so if you get to the bottom and if it's not long enough, you can just start at the top again and keep going. And once I get to the right length, I cut my thread one last time and I pull it all the way through, and then I just start sewing it together. There's kind of not a super great method. I just match them up as best as I can, and then I just kind of sew through whatever area it's easiest for me, and whatever area will get those beads nice and close together. It takes a little bit of patience. Honestly, I think this is the hardest part of the whole project, which is ironic because it's like a crochet project. But once I get to the end, I just make a couple knots, and then I pull my needle through to the other side so that I can cut it and it won't come unraveled or anything. And then you have a finished bracelet. It can take like just a couple hours, and then once you get the hang of it, you can do more of them and they go by a lot faster. So if you're interested in doing this, I would totally recommend it, and I'll be putting out more patterns. So if there's a design that you're looking for or a style that you want, just let me know in the comments and maybe I'll make that one next. So thanks for watching, guys.